Loading the car, you getting stuff ready. What's going through your mind?
Just to get it done.
All right, Sheriff, get the defendant out of my courtroom, please. Thank you.
On July 20th, 2012, a mass shooting occurs at a movie theater in Aurora, a Denver suburb, killing 12 people and injuring at least 70 others.
And once again, what was your thought when the phone call ended?
I'm really going to do this.
Okay. Then you mentioned a thought after that about the FBI stopping you.
Right.
Tell me about that thought.
Well, once I got outside and was in the light, I thought the FBI would then come in and arrest me.
Once you got outside the car in your gear,
Yeah.
and were in the lights, you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do that quickly and move quickly into the theater, or did you stand there a while?
There was kind of like a corridor in the back. So I went down that, and then you could also go to the side a little bit and be out of sight of the back parking.
Still outside the building?
Still outside the building.
So about how long were you outside your car and outside the building in your gear?
Maybe 2 minutes.
Really? That long?
I don't know if that's long or not.
Okay. And I'm not saying that I don't believe you or that that's not accurate, but that's your memory of about how long it was?
It could have been a minute. I don't know.
If you were to have gotten out of your car and walked to the door and entered it, roughly how long would that have taken?
15 seconds.
So substantially, you took it sounds like you're saying, you took substantially more time to re-enter the theater than was necessary. Is that your memory?
Yes, I was kind of in the alcove a little bit.
Tell me about that period of time. What were you doing? What was going on?
I was standing there on the outside and I could see in through the crack.
The Aurora shooting took place shortly after the start of a crowded midnight showing of The Dark Knight Rises, which opened across the United States that day.
During a fight scene in The Dark Knight Rises, Batman exhorts Catwoman to put away her weapon. No killing, he says. No guns. Sadly, in the Century 16 Theater last night, life did not imitate that bit of art, and the midnight premiere of that film became a killing ground.
The massacre in Aurora began when 24-year-old James Holmes entered Theater 9 at the Century 16 multiplex through a parking lot exit door and threw gas canisters into the theater. He was dressed in a gas mask and black combat gear, leading some audience members to initially think he was performing a stunt for the film, a Batman sequel eagerly anticipated by fans.
Your eyes are burning, it makes you want to just close them, and then you can't breathe and just makes you want to cough.
What were you waiting for?
I don't know why I waited.
I can think of waiting strategically to be sure it was clear, or waiting hoping someone would stop you, or waiting to be sure your gear was on right, or reasons like that. Do any of those ring a bell or not?
Well, I dropped a tear gas canister and I had to look for that and I couldn't find it.
Oh, you couldn't find it? Did it stay outside?
I don't know if it was when I was getting out of the door of the car. So it kind of fell, and I don't know where it fell.
So you didn't recover it before you went back in?
I had to, so I wound up just using the one I had.
Okay. Did you spend some time, looking for it?
Maybe 30 seconds.
How'd you feel when something dropped that sounds like an unexpected thing happening? What thoughts or feelings did that bring up as you were trying to carry out the mission?
It didn't bring up any feelings. Just that I needed to find it.
And you needed to find it because?
For crowd control.
Something's gone wrong.
No, nothing.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Holmes opened fire at the audience, shooting people at random.
The first clear sign of it was when the guy that was sitting right next to me actually got shot in the chest.
And all the bullet casings kept falling on my forehead. They were like singeing my forehead.
At that moment, I just remember thinking, I'm not gonna die in here. Me and my kids, we are not going to die in here. I need to get them out.
At that point, he takes his gun and he walks a little further, takes a couple steps, and he points it at me. At that point, he has a rifle in my face.
16, I got 7 down in theater 9. 7 down.
Police quickly arrived on the scene, and Holmes was apprehended behind the movie theater.
What's happening? Oh my God.
I've got a child victim. I need rescue at the back door of theater 9 now.
You see, like within the theater, people were just running. He was just walking. He was just walking.
Mr. Holmes was apprehended outside in the back of the theater, and he was apprehended with 3 weapons.
You went out the door. How'd you get back in? Those doors generally locked from the inside.
I had looked all around for a device that would go onto the door and hold it open with as minimal amount of space open as possible. So I wound up buying picnic tablecloth clamps.
Or little clips that fit on the...
That hold the tablecloth to a table.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine, like turning a table sideways, then it looks like a door. And you can put it on the door and it won't close all the way, but be open just a very little bit.
Was there a handle on the outside of the door so you could grab the door to open it, or how did that work?
There was the width of the door, so...
Okay, it kept the door from even... It didn't stop the bolts from coming through, but it kept the door from closing into the jam.
Right.
Okay. So you're going back inside, and what all are you carrying?
A shotgun, and the AR-15 was on a sling around me in front. And the handgun was in my belt, in one of the pouches where there was a bunch of handgun magazines.
One handgun?
Yeah, I left the other one in the passenger door.
Okay. Any particular reason you left it in the passenger door?
That's where I was changing, gearing up.
Did you forget it there or leave it there on purpose?
Leave it there on purpose.
And why?
Because it would have been extra weight to carry.
Okay. Did you have the gas mask on at that point?
I had the gas mask on in the car.
In the car, okay. And the helmet?
Yep.
Walk me through, you go in through the outer door, then what happens, and what do you see, what do you hear, what do you smell?
First, I opened the tear gas canister while I was still outside the door, and it made a hissing sound, and then I went inside and tossed it over on the right side of the theater.
As you walk up from the outside door, is there any other door between you and the audience? Or
No, there's only that one door.
Is there any curtain or anything like that?
It's set at an angle so the whole audience can't see you, but they can still see you when you enter the door.
Okay. How did it feel to be really doing it?
Law enforcement agents evacuated buildings near Holmes' Aurora apartment after he told them he had booby-trapped his home with explosive devices.
I see an awful lot of wires, trip wires, jars full of ammunition, jars full of liquid, things that look like mortar rounds. We have a lot of challenges to get in there safely.
You shot how many times toward the folks in the upper left?
I think the shotgun held 5 or 6 shells. So I shot all 6 of them.
Emptied in that direction, okay. Go ahead, please.
I didn't know what, just in the direction of the people. I don't remember after that corner where I fired them.
Okay.
But then I threw the gun down and switched to the AR-15 and don't remember where I shot those ones either, except for like 2 people who tried to run away, and I shot like 3 shots at them.
But there were many more people in the theater than the 2 who were trying to run away.
Right.
Did their running away prompt you to shoot them?
It made me kind of focus on them, or divert my attention to them, because I can't have everybody running away from the scene.
Yeah. Tell me what you mean, I can't have everybody running away.
Well, because then I'm kind of out of control of the situation.
Okay. While you were firing, did anybody get out while you were firing?
Yeah, the 2 people who ran away, and then afterwards, 4 people, I think, carried a guy out, and they got out the back exit, the emergency exit.
Okay, so they came out the exit you came in?
Yeah.
And I think we'll get to them in a minute. So you're firing the AR now?
Yeah.
And tell me how you fire an AR with the gas mask on.
You put it up to your shoulder and start shooting.
Can you sight down the barrel with the gas mask on?
I had a scope on it, but I didn't use it to sight. I just shot randomly.
In the direction of people, but randomly would have...
Randomly towards the people.
Okay. Did any of it occur any place other than down near the screen where you came in from the outside door?
No, it was all in that one corner.
Did you walk up the aisles at all and look down the aisles to see if there was anybody behind seats or anything like that?
No, I didn't walk up into the stands.
Okay. What else about being in there? Did it happen, or did you feel or experience or sense?
There wasn't anything else.
Remember muzzle flash?
No.
Okay. Had you practiced the process of changing the weapons, emptying the shotgun, dropping it, starting with the AR? Had you practiced that before?
Not dropping the shotgun or anything, but yeah, inserting the magazines and reloading, I practiced that.
Okay. Why do you suppose the reloading was so difficult this time with the AR?
It didn't work, I guess. I think the main reason why was because it was so dark that it was hard to see.
Okay. They're shaped a certain way so that they can only go in one way.
Right. Yeah.
And you were aware of that. You were putting them in.
Curved.
Right. So you put them in with the curve the right direction. Right. Forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Holmes made his first appearance in court on July 23rd, his hair was dyed neon orange, and he seemed dazed and devoid of emotion.
Given the nature of the charges, you are currently being held on a no bond hold.
Investigators learned that in the months leading up to the Aurora movie theater shooting, Holmes had acquired weapons from Colorado gun shops and ordered thousands of rounds of ammunition online. James Holmes, who has offered no motive for the shooting spree, eventually was charged with 166 counts of murder, attempted murder, and weapons charges.
Do I think that he should spend the rest of his natural life under Colorado skies? I guess part of me does think that he should do that, as long as it's in captivity and as long as it's miserable.
We're very happy with the sentence. We think it's our best chance to see the defendant die in our lifetime.
And let's hope he gets in jail.
We do know one thing. He's going to die in prison. And for us, that's good enough.
The sooner, the better.